Hi friends! So today we're going to be doing a video about breastfeeding and how I was able to continue breastfeeding for a full year with my first, and so far so good on my 4-month-old. So I have quite the few things on my list to read to you guys and let you know how I did certain things and what I found, what was helpful, and I hope that helps you in your journey or your soon-to-be journey. There's probably some things that I'm missing on this list that other people do that I don't, but I'm just going to go through and show you what I do. Whoa. Hello. Hi. So, number 1 on the list is water. I cannot stress this enough. Water, water, water. I'm serious. Like, I put post-it notes all over the house. Anywhere that I'm gonna be going frequently, it says refill your cup. So I'll go back and refill my cup. Put one right by the refrigerator. I put one right by the sink. I put one in the living room. So if I'm just chilling in there with nothing in my glass, I see it. I'm like, ugh, gotta go get that water. I drink about, I think it's 3 liters that you're supposed to drink, and I'm pretty close to that number. You know, some days I'm not that great at it. Some days I'm busier, some days I'm not around decent water that I want to drink because where we live, the tap water is awful. So I'm very blessed to have a filtered system in our house. But I cannot stress that enough. Water, water, water. And eventually you'll get over the drinking water all the time. You can even put fruit in it. You know, I'm not a big fruit water fan. I actually enjoy water. Like, I rather drink that over anything, but you can definitely enhance it. Just try to stay away from high sugars because that just defeats the whole purpose. All it's going to do is dehydrate you. Our next thing is oats. Oatmeal in the morning. It's easy, it's good, it's filling, gives you energy, good stuff. Also, you can make oat little energy bites, and I do mine with peanut butter, yeast, or brewer's yeast, flax seed, like ground flax seed, dark chocolate, and honey. And then I throw in a little bit of hemp protein, and I can also give those to my toddler. She loves them so much. So those are little energy bites, and they have oats in them, and it's really good for lactation. I don't recommend getting any of the lactation cookies that they have because fenugreek can sometimes screw with your supply. Or if you are worried about your supply and you're trying to supplement, just calm down. Figure out when it happened. If it's not coming in very fast at the beginning, that's okay. It takes about 2 weeks for your breast milk to kind of, you know, be regular and fully develop in you. So you don't want to like over supplement your body because your body's not going to be able to produce it, you know, with all that stuff in it naturally. All right, moving on. Make sure you have snacks. Get some granola bars. Get some good ones that you're gonna just love. I really enjoyed the Fiber One bars, the oats and chocolate with my first, and then I moved on to the sweet and salty almond Nature Valley ones. Those are really good too. But you need something in your system. You're going to get so hungry, and you're feeding a baby. You got to nourish your body too. Just because they're hungry doesn't mean that you're not hungry. So remember to feed yourself and to take care of yourself. Let's see. 5th thing on here is to stay calm. Breastfeeding is hard. It is hard. It is stressful. Some people can pick it up. Some people can't. Some people have weird nipples. Some people don't. Some people can't breastfeed, and that's even stressful, so they have to supplement, and that's totally fine. Fed is best. But just remain calm. That baby's gonna get pissed off because if it's been given a bottle first and then you try to breastfeed, that letdown's not gonna start immediately, and they're gonna get irritated. They're gonna want it now, so you just have to be calm. You gotta calm them down, work together, and it'll come. And if it doesn't, then figure out plan B, formula. It's totally fine. Or if you have some pumped, there you go. I had to do that a couple times with my second. I definitely had to do it with my first full month. I had to only bottle feed, and that was stressful on me. Moving on. 6 is your haka. Haka, haka, haka. Such a fun word to say. That is like a game changer in the hospital. If you watch one of my videos on mama needs in the hospital, I talk about this. And that I use usually every other breastfeeding or every other feeding, because I will get engorged so much that if it does feel like I'm feeding twins, or my boobs think I am feeding two, then I start getting a little bit of clogged ducts, which I haven't had a crazy one or a mastitis or anything like that, but I do notice that my boobs do get a little engorged if I do use this on every feeding. So I only try to do it like maybe like 2 to 3 times a day, just to at least get a full amount, because it's not like I'm filling up the whole thing, but my boobies don't like it too much every time anyway. So when I first came home, my milk started to come in. I'd wake up engorged. It wasn't fun. So I figured out for like maybe the first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks, I would pump before I go to bed. That way I can sleep comfortably. You don't want to like wake up in the middle of the night when the baby's sleeping and have to go pump, and then your luck is the baby wakes up and you're just like, I just got it all out. So try to pump before you go to bed, right after you feed baby. Make sure you're completely empty, and then I promise you'll sleep a lot better. Sleep a lot better. And then you're gonna want to pump after you feed in the morning. If they do wake up right in the morning, you could pump right before you feed them, just to like alleviate some of it, because you will wake up engorged. I promise you that. That's what happens, and it's painful, and they don't want to latch when you're engorged. It's very hard for them to get anything to grab when everything's just like solid. So highly recommend pump before you go to bed and right when you wake up. And you don't even have to pump that long. Just pump enough to get some movement. Okay. Do not smoke. I'm telling you this now. It will screw your supply up. It will dry them out. It will make them fussy. It will give them gas. They don't like the feeling of that being in there. Especially if you didn't smoke your entire pregnancy, why are you wanting to put that in them through your breast milk? Just my preference. I've tried it. I'm not perfect. I tried going back to smoking because I was stressed out and I had no idea how to not be stressed. And that was my way. And my daughter hated it. And I hated my life at that moment because she was so fussy. So I quit smoking. Big change. So don't smoke when you're breastfeeding. It'll just screw everything up. Make your life harder. An occasional beer is okay. You do not have to pump and dump unless you are that intoxicated that you feel completely drunk. That's when you pump and dump. But you can have an occasional beer. That that yeast in there is really good, and it helps with your breast milk. And it calms you down. It lets you just take a breather, because we spent 9 months being sober. An occasional beer is not going to kill us, and it's not going to hurt the baby. I can promise you that. And lastly, not least, remember, you can do this. You were born to do this. You're only given what you can handle. You just have to be consistent with these things if you want something to work. You got this, mama. Don't forget it. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here. If you like this video, you found it helpful, go ahead and give a thumbs up. If you have anything else to add to the tips and tricks, throw them my way, because then I can let other people know, or maybe it's something I didn't know. I'd love to hear some helpful things from you guys. So I hope you found this video helpful. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks.